Okay, this is the modified Kesa. I really like this position. Okay, holding here, thinking about the hip control zone. When I'm up on somebody and they're flat on their back, they technically have two hip control zones. One on the far side, one on my hip side. I want to have as much body in those zones as possible. I make sure my hip is connected to his hip. Move this arm for a second. My hip is connected to his hip here. So if he tries to elbow escape that direction, he can't get his elbow in. I'm stuck to him, so he can't get his knee in between my body and his body. On this side, my elbow, my armpit, whatever it is, shoulder, going to be controlling that hip control zone. So if he tries to turn away and elbow escape in that direction, okay, I'm not going to let him get in between my body and his body. So modified Kesa, controlling the hip control zones by putting my body in there. Okay. Next we have Kesa Gatame, scarf hold, front headlock. Various names for the same exact position. This is a reason that, in my opinion, this position is one of the weaker positions to go against somebody that is really good at jiu-jitsu, because their hip control zone is a long way from you. Okay, you're really working with almost solo head control here. You control the hips, or you control the head, or you control both, and you're going to have a good success rate. However, if I'm just controlling the head with Kesa, okay, the guy's able to move his hips and employ a number of the escapes that you can work from here. All the escapes from Kesa really require you to move your hips, whether you move them away so that you can turn in, okay, or you move your hips inward so that you can pull over, okay, and work your escapes that way. So how do I control the hip control zone from Kesa? First, I want to make sure I've got really good head control. Next, I just want to be sensitive. I want to move my hips back just a little bit so I can be sensitive to his body movement. Okay, I can't see him, and I don't want to have my hand back here feeling him, because I'm probably going to be attacking this arm, fending it off, doing something here. Okay, but I want to be able to observe by way of sensitivity on my back what is happening with his hips. If he's moving his hips into me, okay, I want to be able just to keep my feet moving. I want to be thinking about his hip control zone even if I can't see it. If I feel him move his hips away, okay, I adjust. Okay, so Kesa is a good example of where if you're on the bottom, you want to be thinking about hip control. But if you're on top, this is a position that you may want to try to transition to a different position so that you can figure out how to control the hip control zone better, especially if you're worn out or you don't think you're going to be able to submit the person. My whole goal is always to get to a position where I'm improving the number of submissions that I can attack. If I can't hold the position because the person is too good on the bottom, purple belt or above, these people are going to be able to, the first thing they're going to think anytime they're in an inferior position is escape. They're going to be working tight elbow escape almost all the time. Okay? What you need to be doing is controlling their hip control zone. It's limited in Kesa. I'm almost exclusively working on my head control with Kesa, which can hurt, can work, can be great, but you leave those hips wide open for movement.